Trump has been a busy candidate. He went from Iowa Monday night, New York yesterday morning, New Hampshire last night for a rally, flew back to New York last night for a court appearance there this morning in New York. Later he goes back to New Hampshire for yet another rally. Sean Duffy with me. What a contrast with President Biden. What do you say, Sean?
No, you're completely right, Stuart. So you have Donald Trump. When he speaks, he's off the cuff, he's funny, he's engaged, he knows policy. You compare that directly to Joe Biden. If you see him, he stumbles, he mumbles, he can't find his way from a helicopter to a car that's right beside him, waiting for him. It's a real distinction between the two. But I think what's fascinating, Stuart, you follow politics, you've watched it, you've been in the media for a long time. The fact that in 2016, the Republican Party was still grasping onto the ideas of George Bush and John McCain. Donald Trump, as you saw on Monday night, has completely revolutionized the Republican Party. It is a populist party. It is a America First party. It is a no useless wars party. And I think a lot of people look back to those 4 years he had in office and they go, listen, I want more of that. That's what I want. I don't want to be worried about my government and politics. I want to be focused on my family and my great bank account.
Texas Senator Cruz endorsed Trump last night. Actually, he said he endorsed him enthusiastically. He says the race is over. Do you agree with that, Sean?
Listen, all the voters, get a chance to, have their say. They get a weigh in. But if you look at the performance, 51% in Iowa, it looks pretty good for Donald Trump. It might be a little tighter in New Hampshire. But again, I think he is off to the races. But remember, Ted Cruz at the Republican convention had a hard time saying nice things. This was back in 2016. Nice things about Donald Trump. There was a lot of tension between those two. You now see Ted Cruz coming in 2024, full-heartedly endorsing Donald Trump. What a difference 8 years has made in the relationship between those two men.
Obama's former senior advisor has a warning for the Biden campaign after Trump's big win in Iowa. Watch this, Sean. Roll it.
I don't consider myself a pearl clutcher. I consider myself a realist. The president and his campaign need to get into gear, and they need a message. And they need a message that takes in not just democracy, but the day-to-day concerns that people have. And they need to prosecute it every single day through every single surrogate. That's what winning campaigns do. It's going to be Biden versus Trump. And so begin to draw those parallels, not just on democracy, but on issues that are important day-to-day in people's lives.
Sean, is that former President Obama trying to run the Biden campaign through Axelrod? Is that what's happening?
Well, so first off, I think Barack Obama's running the White House right now and is trying to run the campaign as well. But Axelrod makes a good point. What I think he's trying to say is, listen, you can't just run on democracy and orange man bad. You have to be optimistic for the future of this country, and you have to lay out a vision for the country. But if you look at the last 3 years, it's not a very positive vision, and Joe Biden's not willing to change. And you compare Joe Biden and his rhetoric to Donald Trump. Again, people might say Donald Trump says some mean and nasty things to people and mean tweets. But if you listen to what he's saying about where he wants to take the country, it's a very optimistic message, and people gravitate towards that optimism as opposed to the mean, curmudgeon-y, old, senile man in the White House right now.
You got it. Sean, I'm out of time, but we will be watching you on The Bottom Line with Dagan and Duffy, 6 p.m. tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern here on Fox Business. Sean, we'll see you again soon.